Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode it was quite eventful. We cracked on at the start of that, trying to finish off this right-hand side cell block, which is our low-risk prison. And we got the most of it done, and we put in all of the water and the power and everything like that. Oh, what I haven't done, which I should have really done early on, was to set people to work, which, whoops. Yeah, so we managed to crack on and get most of these done. And then we got our intake, which I believe was about 34 prisoners. However, we did have some family members there, so we needed to quickly get the nursery and family cells built, which you can currently see is under construction at the top. But the main sort of spanner in the works was receiving a prisoner that was secretly a leader of the Red Gang. Now, as you can see, they are starting to recruit more members. We now have 7 Red Gang members, so it now means that this prison here, or this cell block, whatever you want to call it, is, yeah, a little bit more high risk than we originally envisaged. So, we might have to make some accommodation for that. Probably armed guard deployment is the way to go, but we'll see how we get on. Our main focus is on the right-hand side, the right-hand side here, where we finish off the family cells and everything else. So let's just crack on with it. So we are going to receive some more prisoners. We, in terms of money, are not great. I'm going to sell some shares just because I want to get a bit more money in order to start paying back some bank loan there. So if we decrease our bank loan by just a little bit there, we can see that we're currently on 18 grand, but we are losing 357 a day. But with the intake that we'll receive in a moment, hopefully that'll be all right. There was an overdose there, but you can see that they have been brought straight in there and treated, which is good. So we need to set up a couple of things. We need to set up some different programs. So at the moment we have things like kitchen safety and hygiene and things like that. So I'm going to start basically doubling all of this, which is going to cause us some problems in terms of money. But we'll see how we get on. Foundation, yes. In general, not yet. Okay. If we go to edit schedule, let's just see if it has been edited correctly. What I'm going to do is actually make sure it's paused first, which it is. That's fine. So we'll go to edit schedule. We got chapel med, chapel min, yes. Parole for min and med set on 4 of each, yes. Classroom med and min both set. Med and protective custody. Oh, look at that there. They are trying to train people up in there. Well, we don't want that. We want to move that over to there. So we don't want them to be training in protective custody. We want it to be the min sec. Pharmacological treatment is in medium and min. And then, for whatever reason, it's decided that the alcoholics group therapy wants to go double mid sec, which will change over to min sec. It says no teachers exist for the program. That is actually correct. So let's go to staff and psychologist, and we will hire them, and then they will be moving down to here because that's what the game's like. Bye, and then office once more. This is actually for the lawyer that we haven't got. Why have they not been assigned to that one? Hang on, where are they? Are they going to just go over there? They're not going there. It doesn't matter. There's no one assigned there, and there's only one person assigned there, so I don't know where they've been assigned. Why on earth? We've got how many psychologists? 3 now? Hang on. Staff. Psychologist. We've only got the 2. Tell you what then. Now that should be set correctly. No. So where are they making their office then? Is the question. Where is the office? We've received some intake, by the way. I mean, to double check the informants. Ex-law enforcement. There we go. We caught that one just in time. I can't actually click on them. So Gecko 194. Ex-law enforcement. Right. So protective custody. And just double checking here. No, that's fine. Right. They're going to be escorted up here and then they're going to be escorted back down because that's just how it is. 9 gang members now. No lieutenants, that's good. So, where has the psychologist made their office? So, Alcoholics Group. There you go. There we go. They've both assigned themselves to the cell. They've had drugs found on them, so I'm going to cancel the punishment because we don't have a way to do that. But by the look of it, wow, the workers are still cracking on here. I mean, I know I fired several workers, but I would have thought that just getting... Well, I think I got rid of 6 workers, which is something different if you have got a cold and you say it wrong. But the thing is, if you fire just that amount, I don't know why it's taking so long to finish that off. There's an overdose, but it is being treated, which is fine. Looks like we've got 1 in the infirmary over there, and then 3 in the infirmary on the left. I'm going to manually move 1 over, and hopefully that'll be all right. We can see that there are staff working in both of these kitchens, so that's good. Just double checking up there. That is, yeah, just about finished there. You can see there's a couple of things that they haven't done. I mean, things like the bed, which is obviously completely non-essential. Good grief. Taking them a while to get that. But once I've done that, we'll go for cloning. So we'll go to quick build, clone. I'm going to clone from the left to the right. And there's all that done. 3 grand sitting in the kitty, and I'm going to once again sell some shares and decrease our loan. And we are now on a whopping 11 generic units of currency in profit. Excellent. This is fine, I guess. I mean, profit's a profit, right? But we are going to receive some more prisoners, which is good. And remember, things like the dormitory, it's going to be quite easy to build this dormitory, and then we get a lot more prisoners. So we'll probably do that. We do need to set up our patrols a bit more. So let's go to dog patrols, and we are going to extend our dog patrols along to about there. And then we want another set of patrols, again, dogs, going down here to about there, I think, just to make sure that we've not got any... cheeky little escape attempts. Now, the problem with having it here is that it still means that they can get out there and run across, so it would be advantageous for us to put a road gate in and go all the way around, and I will do that, but only after we've got the dormitory done. So I'm not going to clone the dormitory. I don't think it's strictly necessary. It should be quite a simple task of building this. That should be right, if memory serves. Looks like there's an overdose, but I can see that moving on the bottom left, so it's not really of great concern at this point. And there is our toilets and all of the beds as well. Now, the dormitories can be graded. If we go over to logistics and room quality, you can see that is... it is graded there. Current occupants 16 of 20. So you need to have a certain number of TVs per prisoner. We might grade the dormitory. Why is that? Look at that there. That's grade 3. Ah, because it's got no prisoners. So I think it's... Yeah, because it's got no prisoners. Or yeah, no prisoners. It's classed as a higher grade. That's strange. Anyway, sleep time. Let's do another shakedown. So we have enough guards, I think, to finish this off. But I'm going to hire 1, 2, 3, 4 more guards just to finish this off. We haven't yet done a taser rollout, and I don't know if we need to, nor want to, really. With the increase of the gang members, and now with a lieutenant, it is going to happen. Programs... Taser certification, and let's start running that program as fast as possible and get some tasers, which is going to bankrupt us. But oh, tunnel, the first one, there it is. So we have got a tunnel. Sherry York, prison number 220-42819. Went to prison for trolling, spreading CP on the internet, has a special temper, hates women and children, perhaps bit at... I don't even know what half that means. Perjury, violent disorder. Yeah, there you go. So that is Our first tunnel. Interesting. We will continue searching. Obviously, the dormitory is the main point of concern because they can tunnel extremely quickly. And historically, on the previous series, those are the ones that we have to keep an eye on. Not because of their desire to tunnel. I don't think dormitories or people in dormitories rather have a higher desire to escape, although a lot of their needs aren't like things like privacy are not met. So if we go over to here, you can see that there's some privacy needs that have been fulfilled. You can see it's in green, but if we go over to dormitory, not so much. Yeah, so the thing is, you've got that can affect it, but the problem is that once they decide to tunnel, it's a lot of prisoners working towards the same goal, so that is an issue. I'm going to stop the shakedown there because it's shower time and we are just about done there. I'm going to go over to our pipe work here and we'll run some pipe work up to there. Is that correct? It is not correct. No, it is correct. There we go, yeah, and then we'll run it down and that'll be all that connected up. And with 18 more prisoners turning up, we should hopefully be in some profit. Let's go over to connections here and we're going to go for our CCTV monitor and connect up 1 and then 2, and that should be that fine. Obviously, there is some water to be connected as well, which is just a simple task of doing that. A lot of money is being spent on these tasers, and that's totally understandable. We have received some money from the intake there, and once again we'll double check. We've got no gangs, but we do have ex-law enforcement. So, let's double check it's this person. Yes. So Yasmin Princession is Yas Lexi? Yes. Yes, Lexi. Forgery, 7 years. Okay. So you are now protective custody. We can see that we've got 2 people in protective custody. Well, and now a third, so that's fine. We probably have some more family members. Well, I'll check that in but a moment. Looks like there is some good progress being made over here. We've got some spiritual leadering going on, and interesting, you can see that there. See that there? That's Geki. She's here. And the red I was pointing out, it's like, see that is that we've got a prisoner here that is assigned to protective custody, but they have a baby with them. What? Okay. You are now minimum security then. That's a problem. And that's exactly what I mentioned in the last episode, that people pointed this out. What if we have some traits that mean that a prisoner has to be assigned to protective custody, but they also require a family cell because they have a child with them? Well, that's the trait there. That's ex-law enforcement, so if it boots off in here, that could be an issue. Luckily, it's low risk, so the chances of it happening are very, very slim. So we're not going to build another wing over here for that. I mean, in reality, most of these prisoners here, these 3 prisoners here, we could probably move them over to low risk and nothing would ever happen. But we don't really want to take that risk. There's Julia Lacey. She's had some drugs found on her, probably during the intake. Found weapons. I'm just going around to just double check to see if they want to become CIs, but they do not. They do not. Looks like mail's getting dropped off as well, which is good. What else have we got? Mail's being there. We've got a library shelf there. That's fine. Just going to double check our deployment to make sure that these are set to MinSec, which they are. Also want to double check the prison labour, which the majority of that is set. You will notice that labour will probably start to be reduced now in here because I believe gangs do not work. In fact, gangs are... Yes, they've... As male prisoners do, they've taken off all their clothes and they're now taking over this. And that is a female gang member with a baby. Okay. I guess it's bring your child to work day when we're taking over the yard. Interesting. That's some very strange behaviour. I guess it's a symptom of adding all of these things sequentially and them not quite meshing together at times. See staff needs for details. So it looks like the red gang members have taken over the common room and also the yard. So that's something that we might need to address at some point. But what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to hire some more workers. It's going too slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't want to, but needs must. And let's go over to quick build, cloning. I'm going to start cloning some more cells. And these are going to be our graded cells. Remember, the more we get here, the more we build, the faster we'll get through this. Not that we're in any particular hurry to forcibly get it built, you understand. It's just the more prisoners that we get, the better, because I'm more money, and then we can progress on further. So the cell... Why is that still not connected up? Oh, because apparently there's 2 little bits that haven't been done. I have no idea why. Yeah, so we are receiving a good amount of money there. In terms of valuation, we could sell some more shares, which I will do, just so I can go over to grants and then decrease our bank loan somewhat. And that'll slowly increase our cash flow. That's fine. Got 10 minutes of security turning up shortly. I'm guessing that... No, it has actually set correctly. That's fine. And there we are. We're not going to do a shakedown because we did one last time. We haven't done a roll call in quite some time. And I don't know whether it's worth us doing. Not that we've... Well, because we've just searched, so I don't think so. What I do want to do, though, is just put that concrete tile back in there because Sherry was trying to dig out there. So there's all these cells getting built. Now we'll run some pipe work in like so. And like so, and that'll all be fully connected up there, which is fine. We have got the patrols around here. Oh, dog's smelt something. No, that's fine. Dog's just being a bit curious. We need the flooring put in and around a lot of these areas. We will order that. We will order that with some concrete tiles. Most of it's been done, but we'll just finish it off like so. And in there. So because this has been cloned, the majority of it is done anyway, but we do need to finish it off. So place it in there, place it in there. There's fine, and that should be fine. There we go. So it's just the right hand side that hasn't been done. Right, that's acceptable, I think. Alright, so just going to double check gangs once more. 15 gang members. We could go for some eviction, but I don't think we need to at this particular stage. We want to get... We want to get, for a start, some water across there, because for whatever reason it's decided just to miss a couple of bits off. Don't know what the reason for that is. But we're going to receive 18 more prisoners. If we focus on that and that, it should be 19. Because remember, these cells need to be built first before the arrival, and sadly it's not going to be done. But there's our arrival. There's our extra prisoners. We're going to double check the informants there. We've got a quick member there. Got a Stokel there. Got another quick member. Nothing of great interest. In terms of gang members, again, nothing. See, having gang members is a problem. It's just an extra challenge. Mechanically, it's just an extra challenge. It's, however, not a huge deal. A huge deal until you get 2 gang leaders. Because at the moment, basically the red gang is unchallenged. It's taken over the yard and it's taken over the common room, and what it means is for anyone to use that, they need to pay them a little extra. So to go in there, they need to pay a gang member to say, right, I'm going to use this one, which is a problem. Although I believe, though, when they're on certain things like this, where you've got the official programs, they don't have to. It's just if they want to walk in. But we got a lot of people working, so ideally we don't want to have all of this gang control. We want to evict those, but Well, we can't at the moment. There's someone that's overdosed, and I'm just double checking that yes, we do actually have staff there, which is good. But we don't really have anywhere to put them. But if you have another gang member, another gang leader, like a different colour, so you've got red and blue gang members, for example, that's when the problem starts, because then they'll be taking over stuff and they'll be fighting, they'll be doing hits on others. It's just a nightmare. So let's go to quick build, and I want to finish off the cell block up the top right here, and then that means that everything is pretty much done. There's an OD, but there have been... Oh, it's a Sherry York again. He keeps popping up on our radar. I guess the best prisoners are generally the ones that you don't know the names of, because they're just keeping their head down. Or they're really crafty. We don't know. We don't know. Right, so that is, as far as I can tell, this cell block done. We've got the deployment set up for guards and for patrols, which you can see is nowhere near enough for the dogs, actually. I would have thought 14 dog handlers was enough, but apparently not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We're also going to go down over to our programs. I'm going to turn off guard taser certification, because we've got 7 in queue. We don't need double guard taser on there. Let's just check our grading. Understandably, reoffending rate has increased up to 14%. It just happens. You get gang members, it just happens. It goes up. Still not overly terrible, I don't think. In terms of paroled early, we've paroled 31, and 6% of those have reoffended. So not fantastic. But also not terrible either. Punishment is decent at 6. Reform, again, is decent at 6. Security good at 2. And health is -1. Again, because of the ODs. It'll be because of the stress and the things like that. So we could evict the gangs. We could do shakedowns all the time. But I mean, it's just a symptom of these prisoners, especially with a legendary prisoner as well. That's always going to be a bit of an issue. So once this is done, which it is, as you can see, almost done anyway. Oh, that's obviously a problem of my making. Whoops. Okay, so rooms, cancel, materials, demolish walls, cancel the wall planning. Yes, I messed that up somewhat, didn't I? In terms of objects, want to cancel the placement of objects and dismantle any objects that are currently in there. Yeah. Yeah. And these doors will be wrong as well, won't they? I think so. Excuse me. So, yeah. That was the wrong placement, wasn't it? I think we will have to resolve that next episode. So, we will leave it there. Next episode, what we're going to do is finish off this, basically. Finish off these cells here, and then we're going to crack on straight to building on the left-hand side, which is going to be our high-risk area, which is going to be pretty much exactly the same as this. However, we are going to add a bit more solitary, probably, because that's just generally the way you have to work things. And then what we'll do is, once that's built, we'll move all of the gang members over that side, so there's no gang members in the central area here as well. So we'll leave it there. Next episode, we'll crack on and do what I mentioned, which is primarily fixing that. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.